The top lines was great in camp together, in the summer camp. Cadila, O'Regan, and Riley Barber. All three have great years for their respective college teams, or very good years, I should say. And then the second line, Matt Toho has NHL experience. Comp was a second-round pick. Hartman was a first-round pick. Hartman and Barber are the only two returning forwards, so that'll play a big part of why he's in the top six. He's a good player. He's hurt, but he should be back for the tournament. I think by the end of the tournament, this isn't a knock on Confer, but it'll be him and Eichel will be in that second line center spot because I think he's a better fit. I think they're going to keep Eichel down to kind of squeeze his head a little bit, but I think when push comes to shove, it'll be Matteau, Eichel, and Ryan Hartman as the second line. Matteau, there's some good NHL pedigree there. But all four of those guys, two firsts, a second, and a potential number 2 overall pick. So that's intriguing. Third line, Eichel, center, Hudson, Fasching, and Adam Ernie. There's plenty of size for Eichel to distribute the puck to. Fasching's having a good year for the University of Minnesota. Adam Ernie's having a good year for the Quebec Ramparts. So that'll, the hit from behind on Drouin aside. And I think Eichel will just be his coming out party in so many ways. Then the bottom 4 guys, Fitzgerald, Stepan, and Marty, and obviously Samuelson. They each bring different things to the table. I think Fitzgerald could end up in the top 6 if, you can make a realistic argument. You could switch him if it's him and Matteau if push comes to shove. I just have a hard time putting a guy that's played 50 games in the NHL on the 4th line of a World Junior team for a country that's not Canada, I might add. And, I think Zach Stepan will play very well. I like Marty's game. Chicago Blackhawks prospect, and Henrik Samuelsson. The international ice may be what holds him back making this team, but I think him in a bottom 6 role will be beneficial. I think that there's something to work with there. Obviously, Connor Carrick had NHL experience with the Capitals. Played 4 or 5 games during the season. He's playing in the AHL now. I would assume had he been healthy, Pat Seeloff would have been his defense partner, but that's not the case, obviously. So Brady Shea will step in. University of Minnesota, New York Rangers first round pick. He'll contribute. Then my second pairing is Matt Grzelcyk and there's a Brett Pesce. I like his game. Both their games, both Hockey East guys. I think that'll be a good thing going forward, and I think they complement each other perfectly. Grzelcyk needs to play with a shut down kind of guy. Pesce is kind of that guy, and that'll help him going forward as well. And then Ian McCoshen and Steve Santini, the 2 BC guys, as your third pairing is perfect. I believe they've played together most this year at Boston College. And then Anthony D'Angelo is your 7th forward. I think as a chef defenseman, he can play some power play time if you need him to. He's 18, he's draft eligible, and if anything, this will help him. Kind of like Eichel, same thing with it. D'Angelo's not technically an underager because he's 18, but he's draft eligible, so it's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. But I think same thing with Eichel. It'll help them both for next season. But definitely, he has the ability to move up and the power play in terms of defensemen. I'd put Carrick and Grzelcyk out there as your top power play pairing to start, and then Shea and D'Angelo, I guess, is your second pairing. Let's see what happens. Easiest position around. John Goalies is having a phenomenal sophomore year at Providence College. He's your number 1. Anthony Stoller is having a great first full season with London Knights. And Thatcher Demko, he'll be the number 1 at the next year's World Junior. So it's a good, experience for him. And then the other 2, Gillies is one of my players to watch for the tournament. He's an amazing goaltender, arguably the best goalie outside of professional hockey right now, which is saying a lot about how good this kid is. And in the wake of JF's just firing, one of his better draft day moves was drafting him. Like I said, he's a big part of why Providence College has been successful the last 2 seasons, and I think he'll continue to do that. And I think the world will see just how good he is at the international level.